What's going on, Meta fam? We got an action-packed video for you here today. There is so much information out there. I think we're going to break it out into probably two videos. So in this first video, we're going to talk about what's going to be covered here. We got, of course, there's two press releases from Nextbridge today. So in this video, we will cover the first press release and some reactions. And then we also got Dave Lauer commenting on the recent press release. We're going to go over what he had to say and what some other community members had to say about this. And in the following video, we will touch base on the second press release where it appears to be a lot in that press release. So let's get going here. So today is February the 8th, and this marks the 426 days since the MMTLP U3 haul. Nextbridge put out the first press release here on February 8th at 8:04 a.m. And here it says, provides updates on registration statements. Here is the press release. Came out 8 a.m. Eastern time. All right. Let's see if we can zoom in here. There we go. Nextbridge submitted to the Securities and Exchange Commission. It's amended number 2, its S1 registration statement related to registered direct offering of the 40 million common shares in the company. The SEC requested additional disclosures to the S1 registration statement. So the company has submitted amendment number 3 to the S1 registration statement. Nextbridge will provide an update as soon as it receives the next response from SEC. As to the company's S1 registration statement regarding the subscription rights to receive common stocks in a future subsidiary, Greg McCabe, Nextbridge chairman and CEO, commented, the SEC has requested that we withdraw our registration statement at this time and file a new registration statement in the future following formation of the subsidiary and the completion of full audited financials of such subsidiary. Nextbridge has made the necessary filings to commence that requested withdrawal and is considering if Nextbridge will refile a new registration statement with the SEC requirements. As we consider our options related to the SEC's requirements of this registration, it is still very important to the company for shareholders to move their shares to AST. Knowing who our holders are will help in matters of corporate governance and communications with our shareholders, added McCabe. As stated in our previous news release, we are considering our options regarding the potential for blockchain trading, which will also require moving shares to AST. As the largest shareholder, I have moved all my shares to AST. All right, guys. So let's break down these last two, my thoughts and opinions on these two statements. So it appears that the SEC has asked Nextbridge to withdraw their statement about the subsidiary, which I believe is the NewCo deal. So that could possibly come back if they do that. And this could be, like they said, they want to get their financials and things like that here. I think it said withdraw registration statement following. Yeah, they want the completion of full audited financials on such subsidiary. So Nextbridge has said they withdrew that and is considering if they will do a new one on the new, NewCo deal. What really gets interesting down here for me is that they're talking about potentially blockchain trading, which you will need to be a part of AST. So, as you all know, my shares of TradeStation has been already moved over to AST. I got my confirmation from AST confirming they are book entry. They are in there. I still have my shares setting in Fidelity, and I think it's time to just go ahead and do it. I know Fidelity was recently charging $100 to do that. And the company has asked us again to transfer shares to AST. So I'm going to have to bite the bullet and I think pay whatever the price is to get it done. I believe it's $100. Let's hope it still is $100, which it shouldn't be anything, hopefully. But I will keep you all updated on my process and getting my shares transferred over from Fidelity to AST. So yes, guys, I'm going to be moving my shares to AST, and then all my shares will be in AST. So I want to be a part of this. So I think, with Johnny Tobacco being a part of the MMTLP community, I think he was part of the blockchain and helped of like the done that stuff before. I think I'm going to say he was a part of the Overstock deal, how that went blockchain and things like that. So I believe this could potentially, as they're saying here, they're looking into possibly getting this trading on the blockchain, which would be very, very interesting, and I would like to be a part of that. So yes, I'm in the process of moving my shares over completely. Like I said, TradeStation shares are already in AST. Now I just got to get my Fidelity over, pay the fee, and just get it done. And like I said, guys, Greg McCabe himself has already moved all his shares to AST. So John Berta told us he has moved all his shares to AST. So like two of the largest holders, and I believe William has also moved his shares over. So like the three largest holders have moved their shares to AST. So that's telling us we just got to do it. I know we don't want to pay the money, but you know we want to get to AST. If they, the more this fills up, there's been a little speculation out there that possibly Fidelity is out of shares and cannot further pass any more over to AST. So I will let you know my process and what happens there. Here he says, furthermore, we remain committed to exploring different pathways to allow Nextbridge shareholders who have directly registered their shares to AST to become the beneficiaries of both the 10% working interest back in after payout on the Oro Grande acreage and the Bronco Prospect acreage in southern Louisiana. Once the company determines its next step, we'll provide an update to the shareholders, concluded McCabe. Here it says this press release shall not constitute offer, solicit to buy securities, and you know all the legal stuff there to protect themselves. So that is the press release. For me, the biggest thing is the blockchain trading. Yes, they are considering potential for blockchain trading. Guys, I'll be honest, after all this was happening, I didn't really think we'd ever have an opportunity to possibly trade, but I'm curious how the blockchain trading would work, so we'll have to see. Let's move forward here. This was Curtis's thoughts on this press release. It says, the language could not be any more clear. And he basically quoted here the Greg McCabe part that we was focusing on there a lot. How, you know, the potential blockchain trading, and he has moved all the shares to AST. So that is what you're supposed to do right now. The company has asked us time and time again. It appears that, you know, regular trading, I believe, on like, you know, a Fidelity, a TD Ameritrade on the regular open market will not happen, guys. I feel like that's just not going to happen. They're not going to let it happen. So, but they are looking into ways to getting this trading on the blockchain. So that is a possibility right now, and Nextbridge is looking into that. So that could be in your best interest to check that out. All right, Nextbridge also put out a press release here on February 8th at 3:42 p.m. and it officially dropped at like 3:36 Eastern time here on February 8th. We're going to cover this in the next video, but let's keep moving here. Anna Trades here has this post out, and wow is all I'm going to say on this. MMTLP breaking news. The SEC admits to receiving a staggering 56,490 complaints about MMTLP, but has only responded to 35. I received the email yesterday regarding a complaint I filed last year, which I believe was prompted by a voicemail I left for Gary Gensler the day before. Congress, the evidence is undeniable. We have been pleading for action for over a year. It is time to issue subpoenas as both FINRA and SEC seem to be shielding criminals and stonewalling investigations for far too long. Every member of Congress needs to see this. All right, so let's get here to this first request. This here is from Morrow A at SEC, and it says, we completed a new research of emails potentially response for your request. The volume is such that your request still qualifies placement in the complex tracks. And it says the volume of potential response records are as follows. So this person asked for the records of responses, and it says here, emails to SEC, 56,490. This is too voluminous to review for responses. Emails from SEC reviewed, located 35. That's right, guys. The SEC is saying they reviewed 35 emails out of 56,490. Wow. Wow. Here it says, please be advised, we expended 13.5 hours of search time to date. There is a 32-hour limit. I'd like to see, does it have any more of that down here? Yeah, here it says the 32-hour limit on review time requests processed outside our complex track. Here it says you can request to search all this. So this is part of the Alyssa Research Specialist Office of FOIA Services. So this was a response to the FOIA that came out there. Here's the email from help at SEC. It says, Dear Anna, this is her response she got. We appreciate opportunity to review concerns. The SEC Office Education Advocacy process many comments from individual investors and others. We keep records of correspondence we receive in searchable database, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, they kind of just give a beat around the bush kind of answer there and just a couple of links there. And typical response that I would see that you would get from the SEC or FIN or anything like that. Syntax comment says, when the SEC lied on my FOIA request. Absolutely they did, guys. This here is just astounding that they got that many requests and they only responded to 35. They just don't care. They're stonewalling Congress. They're stonewalling, the retail investor on FOIA requests. And they're just not putting any time and effort into it. They're just hoping it goes away. We're not going away. We're going to keep fighting this. We're going to get the resolution one way or the other. And hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, please smash thumbs up, drop a comment down below. Tomorrow we'll have the press release number 2 video. And we got comments here I want to go over that Dave Lauer commented on the press release as well. So catch you on the next video, guys. Peace.